Come on, take a spin. Evil cannot get us. We'll take 'em on jackpot snakes in boots on a Saturday. King don't us trying to make it happen. Swing don't miss in the wicked fight. Then we'll start to stroke. Sway and roll. Take control, yeah.
Alrighty, hello hazmats, what is going on? It is me, BIOHAZARD-R-US, and we are officially 15 minutes away from Black Ops 4, the community reveal event. I am so excited. There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, a lot of fakes, a lot of leaks, a lot of just everything under the sun, and it's been crazy. I don't think there's been more leaks and more hype and more fakes and whatnot for a Call of Duty game in either quite some time or just ever. So I am very much looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to finally getting down to the bottom line and figuring out what exactly this game is going to be. Is there going to be a campaign? Is it going to be multiplayer and zombies only? Is there going to be a battle royale mode? What's the focus of all these kind of alchemy and, you know, all these symbols and cryptic writings and everything? The tagline for the campaign has been "Forget what you know." So I don't know what to even expect. It's really gonna be insane to see exactly what comes of this, because there is just so much that like the community has questions on, and I really don't believe I've ever seen a pre-reveal Call of Duty like this. I mean, we got the reveal in what, mid-March, and it's been almost 2 months since that reveal. I can't believe that, which normally we get it at the end of April. The game doesn't get revealed until mid-April, and then like in-depth stuff until like July, and then August usually has the beta. But I don't know, with the game coming out pretty much like three and a half-ish weeks early, I don't know, are we gonna get like a beta early, and then are they setting it up for 5 DLCs? Because I mean, I talked about this a little bit before in my Black Ops 3 live stream where I was doing zombies again, I believe, and I was discussing that with being set 3 weeks earlier, that does actually set up the timeline perfectly for a 5th DLC to come out, and give it time to come out on Xbox One, and still give it time before the next Call of Duty game for 2019, which was, what, Infinity War? Yeah, Infinity War, my bad. That's the thing about that game, I can't get it right. I just finished typing this here. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to be playing just a little bit of zombies, just chilling for 15 minutes, waiting for the live stream to go up, and from there, once it goes up, I'll pause the game, and we'll go ahead and I'll play the stream. You'll be able to hear the audio. I'll include a link to the stream in the description as soon as it's up, and from there, we can go ahead and watch the stream together. And yeah, that's about it. Let's do Shadows of Evil. Let's do it a little bit different. Probably Global Gum. And just swap these bad boys out. Don't know what I want. We'll just do Idolize. There we go. Alright. I am so looking forward to this.
Hey, you. I know I yelled at you real bad. I know I said some things I shouldn't have said.
Skippy. I hope you all have been doing well. I've had so much work going on, and it's been crazy just how much
I mean, they know about my dance.
I've been working anywhere from 50 to 65 hours a week and like 5-6 days. It's been, I've been barely playing, and what time I have been, it's been like World War II and just a couple of online matches, and that's it.
You must place your hand upon the stone.
I can hear you.
And I can hear you.
Are you the one I saw in my dream?
Come on. Oh, wrong one. It's been so long since I played this. Whoop. There we go. All right. Got it.
Are you okay? You don't look okay.
Please, you must help me.
You must help me. You must go back yourself.
Unless, of course, you happen to be in a sword fight.
What do we got? It's purple. In train trade. Board this up. Couple extra poops. And there's my 1,000. Look at that. Oh, how convenient. Insta death. So, just another note too, I did not get Infinite Warfare. I did not get Modern Warfare Remastered. I was not a fan of the business model that they did at the launch of the game when they bundled Infinite Warfare together with Modern Warfare Remastered. And I even called it as soon as the game like officially came out, and they were really harping on, oh, well, we're not going to release this game separately. We're not going to release, nope. So I was like, all right, well, this is gonna happen. It's gonna come out probably like June or July after DLC 2. And it's going to be like, you know, $40 because, you know, well, if it's bundled for $80 and Infinite Warfare $60, it means you're paying $20 for Modern Warfare Remastered. So I'm like, all right, well, normally you pay a little bit less, a little bit more for an unbundled version. So that means, okay, normally it'd be $30, but this is Activision, so it'll be $40. And sure enough, so I was not a fan of that business model. It was. It wasn't cool. It was so much wrong with it that it just wasn't a good thing. I'm not gonna give them money for basically swindling the community. Oh, it's not gonna be bundled separately. It's not gonna be bundled separately, and then it's bundled separately. Dang it, I missed it. So I don't know. I wasn't happy with that one, and then the whole thing with World War II and pre-ordering that one, and then the system as well. I'm not looking forward to pre-ordering another Call of Duty for a while, because I pre-ordered Black Ops III, and what's going on, Meg? I pre-ordered Black Ops 3, and I mean, it's not a bad game, but the campaign was absolute shite, and the zombies, well, as you can see, I mean, it was definitely a step down all around. Multiplayer was good. Shit.
I can control these forces.
Damn it. Multiplayer was good. I wasn't a fan of the style of the movement system, but
is still here.
And then again, I don't think a lot of people were.
From its rightful place. Many of the souls who inhabit
Don't forget though, there are some people who started playing when like Advanced Warfare came out, or their first game was holy shit, he did not die. Or their first game was,
Talking to us a minute ago.
you know, Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, and
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. It's weird to think that some people have not played before World War II a boots on the ground version of the game. Like that's just
Somebody keeping score?
mind blowing.
I'm invincible. I can't be vinced.
I'm invincible. I can't be vinced.
Who's trying to vince
I'm
me?
invincible.
Is invincible even a thing?
No.
Sorry, no way I can make you reappear.
Oh, that works. I'm invincible. I can't be vinced. Under 10 minutes, actually just a hair over 5 minutes. Aw, turds. So much running, so much running. I'm a fucking running, so much running. I said become the beast. Beast mode activated. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I don't know why McDonald's has anything to do with this. I smack a beach.
This is truly amazing.
I knew it was true.
Body transmogrification.
Transmogrification. Oh my god. And right there, that is 5 minutes. Oh my god.
the boxing gym.
The boxing gym. The boxing gym.
Strange otherworld beings, did we invoke your presence again?
What the hell's going on? I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Huh. Interesting. That looks like a different time than the giant. When the clock stops.
Three heads, like Cerberus. Tentacles, like an octopus. Ooh, Sebectopus.
Sextectopus? What? It's Jeff Goldblum we're talking about here, so. One down.
Stopped you in your tracks, didn't it?
That stuck in your face, didn't you? Yeah. Ah! Holy shite.
We cannot tame this creature, but it's
We cannot tame this creature. It is a root carnation. Oh, balls. Oh, damn!
fire towards its heads. The brain has to be in one of them.
Once again, I maneuvered myself to a position
Whoa.
of relative advantage.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to fuck right the fuck off. Yeah, I went through so much fucking ammo with this dude.
Have you got any fire? Fire usually kills things.
Have we got any fire? Oh, balls. Well, this is awkward.
What sorcery
Yoink.
is this?
The victorious.
All right. I'm not gonna pick up Yug just yet. The frame rate, what is going on with that? Holy frame rates, Batman. Oh no, it's not letting me. There we go. Hoi! Oh, I can't make it. Dang it.
Is this one of the personal items of the Shadow Man?
Normally I can, but it would not let me up.
These manifestations are different, and not in a good way.
We got like 2 minutes. Yoink! Ah, dang it.
No chance that I've always had this power, but
The burlesque. More than any other place in this city, your paths are crossed.
No one gives a crap about your stupid burlesque.
What is this? Strange otherworld beings, did we invoke your presence again?
It's all about the juking. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Give me worms! Actually, I do have gummy worms. That sounds really good right now. What does that sign say? Escape from what? Oh, escape from the tomb. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here. Refresh. We are officially 30 seconds. 20. Alright, the link is in the chat as well as it's going in the description of the video. It is time. Oh my god. Multiplayer from Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3.
CIA says
Black Ops 1 campaign.
exist.
Zombies World at War multiplayer.
They'll always need men like us. Those who are willing to do. But others cannot.
Frank Woods, the dude who plays Frank Woods, confirmed that he is not part of Black Ops 4. So keep that in mind. Mob of the Dead, baby. Transit, okay. Revelation, not Revelation, Origins. Nuketown.
We need to fight back.
Black Ops 3 multiplayer. multiple reveal trailer info. That's interesting. Zombies. Back to multiplayer. There it is, the 4. I got like chills. This is insane.
Hello everyone, hello, and welcome to the community reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. On behalf of Activision, Treyarch, and the entire Call of Duty Black Ops 4 team, it's great to be here with you. Thank you all so much for joining us. Listen, we want to start where it matters the most, with you, our players. Black Ops has been a nearly 10-year journey, and you have been there every step of the way with us. So I want to thank you all for your support and your trust throughout. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that trust has allowed us to take a lot of risks over the years.
Yes.
And that support has allowed us to grow Black Ops in some new ways. Now, you've come with us on this crazy and insanely fun and sometimes mind-bending ride. From nurturing an off-brand Easter egg called Zombies into a full-blown phenomena, to introducing you to twisted stories and unforgettable characters you played and that you played with, to bringing you new ways to play, compete, and watch multiplayer. Throughout this journey, Treyarch has never shied away from introducing something new or unexpected to Call of Duty, and breaking with convention if we thought you would have fun with it. And that tradition continues yet again. Black Ops 4 is a living example of what we do best as a studio. We set the bar high, we challenge our assumptions, and we take nothing for granted. And we rethink everything about how we make games, which leads us to today. Black Ops 4 is a game that gives you more ways to have fun with your friends than anything that we have ever created. It's the deepest, most replayable game in our history. Now let's...
Okay. Big claim.
Let's face it, that's saying something, because you guys have played the hell out of Black Ops series.
Yeah.
We're inspired by your passion for playing our games together, online, for months, even years. And today is where we begin to break it all down for you. This is a special day for us, and one we've looked forward to for a long time. And as you can imagine, we got a lot to share. So we're going to show you more at this reveal than we ever have.
Ooh.
This isn't business as usual, guys. This isn't business as usual. And that starts now, with how we're approaching Black Ops 4 multiplayer universe. And who better to do that than Dan Bunting and Lord Vonderhaar.
He's got a phone on him.
David, what are you doing?
I gotta update my Twitter name to Lord Vonderhaar. And done.
We gotta just show me.
Oh.
He's got a Call of Duty 2 Big Red One shirt on. I like
We
it.
are here so excited to tell you, finally, about this game that the team at Treyarch has been working on for the past few years. And for those of you who have not been with us for one of our past multiplayer reveals, we are going deep today. Before we tell you all about Black Ops 4 multiplayer, which is set in a narrative world between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3.
Nice.
We're just going to show
2020 confirmed.
This line? You mind?
All right, knock yourself out.
All right.
Oh no, that'd be actually 20 like.
Worldwide reveal trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer.
Let's say that'd be in between 2025 and 2065.
Black Ops, weapons free.
Boots on the ground, combat rigs. Looks a bit like like Infinite Warfare. All right, specialists are returning.
Bravo secure.
Because you got the gravity spikes right there.
On me.
Yeah, this looks like the Infinite Warfare multiplayer. There's the Annihilator.
Enemy strike team deployed. Building barricade.
Ooh, that was nice. Oh, hello. Oh, the AC-130. Underwater combat, nice.
Marking targets.
Vision pulse.
Sensor going live.
I think it's interesting that you could see the enemy player's health. Oh, cross-map tomahawk. Sploosh.
Heels cover.
Ha! October 12th.
I lost count.
Feel that energy.
I lost count of how many times you killed me in that video.
So Black Ops 4 represents our most ambitious multiplayer to date. It delivers grounded combat, tight gunplay, an authentic military feel, and of course the fluid and responsive controls that you know and love, all wrapped in the most refined tactical team experience that we've ever delivered. It's a deeper and more rewarding experience that will be played for a long time to come.
All right,
Bondar.
let's just get something out of the way. Are you guys ready? Can you thrust jump?
Yeah, all right.
Can you wall run? Can you confirm we are 100% boots on the ground?
All right. So there's still combat rigs.
Look, as we know, you love the fluid feel of Black Ops III combat, so the question that we always start with is, how do you create a more grounded and tactical experience, but do it without slowing down the player? So that's pretty easy, right? We didn't stop believing in guns up. So in Black Ops 4, well, you still move and interact with the world in a really fast and fluid way. And you can still keep your gun up while doing many of the other things in the game, like throwing grenades and using equipment, activating score streaks, and mantling. And what's better than doing all of those things while still being able to fire your gun?
That's insane.
Doing this while firing your gun.
You could grapple and fire at the same
He
time.
brought his special issue equipment, the grapple gun, that only he can equip and create a class. So Ruin is a specialist with those unique ability to close the gaps and get to the enemy faster. And the combos that you can pull off when you grapple to grab slam have been making the highlight reel inside the studio. And we can't wait to see just what you do with this. So specialists are back, both new and some familiar, but totally reimagined.
Cool.
Because each specialist brings special issue equipment that delivers unique capabilities to your team to reinforce the tactical gameplay without slowing down the player. And you'll hear about many of them throughout the discussion. But you would be fooling yourself if you thought that they were the main characters of this show.
That's right, because Black Ops is and always has been first and foremost about weapons and the gameplay around them.
Yep.
It's no different with Black Ops 4. However, with Black Ops 4, we've made more improvements to gun systems than literally the entirety of Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 combined.
Ooh.
This just shows how serious we are about weapon systems at Treyarch. We've designed each weapon as though it's a character in and of itself, which means that we pay attention to every single detail. Hot barrels are going to ooze smoke. Muzzle flashes are going to burst and light up the room. Bullet impacts are massive and they connect the player with the game world around them. And weapons for the first time have real 3D tracers, which both look and feel incredibly awesome, but they also serve a gameplay purpose because they let you know where the gunfire is coming from. And animations have been overhauled to make that feel that you know and love that much more responsive. Bullets will actually deplete as you expend the magazine, but that's just the start. This is a small example of the details that we pay attention to our weapons. On the design front, Black Ops 4 is going to break with tradition by giving each weapon its own set of attachments. Now in the past, attachment sets were shared across weapon classes.
Yep.
But this is important to us because unique attachments are all about making the gameplay of weapons and what makes each weapon stand out from each other. We're also bringing a new category of attachment to this game. It's called operator mods. Operator mods are the ultimate expression of a gun's profile. It's going to expand its capabilities in ways that go beyond that core functionality. You're going to see here the Titan LMG laying down some heavy suppression fire. That suppressive effect is only capable through its operator mod. It's going to distort and disorient the enemy on the other side of it. Now, I'm excited to say that weapons are further defined by another first in franchise history today.
That didn't look like it did anything, but okay.
Black Ops 4 will be the first game in our history to use a true predictive recoil pattern system. This allows you to constantly make micro adjustments while aiming and shooting. This means that the gameplay of each weapon is learnable. There's a path to mastery that is rewarding for new players and players alike. This is by far our biggest investment in the weapons platform and combat systems that we've made to give you the most rewarding and visceral experience by pushing the state of the art on weapons visuals, animations, and sound effects.
Weapons and health are two sides of the same coin, and you can't change one without affecting the other. And Black Ops 4 adds some tactical depth through a change in the healing mechanic. Healing is no longer automatic. Now players manually trigger their healing process with a dedicated button. That becomes as central to your gameplay loop as reloading the weapon after a firefight. And we like this change because it creates a tactical decision point that simply didn't exist before. So you can disengage from combat and heal up, or you can rush an unsuspecting opponent who may be healing herself. And these changes create a more tactical pace to the game, where instead of simply losing to the person who shoots first, you can actually survive a gunfight with smart maneuvering. And this means you spend more time in the part of the game that's the most fun, which is the combat. So aggressive players still feel rewarded for being aggressive, and tactical players can actually choose when to disengage and look for a better opportunity to strike. Our journey into the health mechanics has evolved. It doesn't end just here. Let me introduce you to Crash. And Crash is a medic. And this means when his ability is ready to use, he can actually restore and give bonus health to players for a limited time. And Crash is just more than a medic. He also distributes a salt pack, which resupplies his team. And no doubt the folks at home are already breaking down that MP trailer, and they've already figured out what this one's like. So we've taken a completely fresh look at the health mechanics of a Black Ops multiplayer game to insert tactical decisions and some much-needed pacing into that gameplay loop.
So they're basically taking Battlefield's multiplayer.
We talked about some really fundamental building blocks of what multiplayer and what makes it awesome. You got movement, weapons, health systems. We're going to take it up a level to situational awareness. Situational awareness covers the gamut of what you see and hear in the game, from the mini-map to the sounds that your footsteps make on different surfaces. We've experimented with all sorts of modifiers that have impacted this over the years, but in Black Ops 4 we embrace situational awareness as a fundamental feature to the game. We're introducing a new system called the Fog of War. And only the parts around on the mini-map,
there you go.
Fog of War reveals a radius around the player and his or her teammates. As you'd expect, enemy players are going to reveal their positions when firing a weapon unless they're suppressed, and many of your favorite score streaks like UAVs and counter UAVs are still going to do what you expect them to do. But what the Fog of War does is it creates more opportunities for teammates to communicate and work together for the win.
Oh, you have to uncover the mini-map?
His name is Recon.
That's weird.
Recon is an expert in situational awareness. His special issue equipment is called the sensor dart. When he shoots the sensor dart into the world, it clears a large radius around it that both he and his teammates can see, and it helps you to locate enemies. He also has Vision Pulse, which makes a return from Black Ops 3, but this time around it's a little bit different. The whole team gets the benefit of it. So with effective usage, these mechanics together can be a clutch way to snag victory from the jaws of defeat. Situational awareness is as important to the gameplay loop as weapons, health, and movement. And as with the other fundamentals, we're giving you, the players, access to these tools to control your own gameplay loop.
The flow of combat is how movement and weapons and health and situational awareness all come together in the head-to-head gameplay. Spawning, pathing, level design, all of these things impact that flow. You might remember Sarah. She has a tac deploy, and this is a team-wide spawn beacon that allows Seraph to command offensive control over that flow of combat for a period of time. And this is Torque. Torque is the master of disrupting that flow because he can lay down razor wire and create deployable and improvised cover with his barricade.
Okay, Rainbow Six Siege.
And one last one. Over the years, we've experimented with the idea of area denial in various ways. And in Black Ops 4, it's time to stop playing around. Firebreak makes his return and makes area denial a part of that gameplay loop. His special issue gear, the reactor core, allows him to do just that. And Firebreak can even trade his own health to extend the clock on that time. So we've combined the best designs in how level spawning and flow control work together to influence the gameplay loop, and then we place those tools not in our hands, but in the hands of you through the specialists.
And the story of Black Ops 4 is not one of a single game in development, but rather the combined journey of the entire last decade of Black Ops. And you, the community, have been with us every step of that way. Every game that we make is an opportunity for us to do better, to continue the dialogue that we have with you, and you know that we listen. You expect that commitment from us, and this is why we do what we do. So I think we've covered all the details and pretty much given away the secret recipe to our multiplayer experience.
Are you sure about that?
What did I miss?
Just one little thing. Just want to tease.
Are you sure?
For our competitive community, and that is the return of League Play.
Which gets shut down after 2 years.
League Play is a fan favorite, and we've combined the very best parts of it, and we're going to deliver it for all the players of Black Ops 4.
As Mark mentioned in his opening remarks, we're doing some things a little bit different than this year, including how we tell stories in each mode throughout the game.
Oh boy.
We're delivering more narrative and character depth in multiplayer than ever before.
Which means?
And we're also going to give new and returning players the ability to learn and master each of these specialists in solo missions. These missions feature a series of fun and fast-paced trials that give a hands-on introduction to the new and returning specialists, while exploring the stories behind their identities and their backgrounds inside of a Black Ops narrative.
Sounds like the time trials from Black Ops 3.
Black Ops players have spent more and more time in multiplayer, and it's important to us that we go bigger on that experience and expand the narrative universe around it. Here is just a glimpse into that universe.
Not bad.
Not bad yourself.
No one gives a fuck about you.
There he is. There's Ruin.
We're a number. An asset.
New guy.
Someone else's game.
New guy.
They've been manipulating you.
Battery, maybe? Back to Ruin.
Exploiting you.
The Chun-Li chick, for whoever the 54 Immortals chick is.
So here's the deal.
Or no deal.
You can put up a fight.
Firebreak.
You can start a war.
Looks like 9 or 10 specialists. I do not remember how many Black Ops 3 had. I think maybe 8. Ooh, I think we're doing zombies now. They got fog. They got fog rolling in. There's the alchemy symbols. Yeah, zombies time. Here we go. Jason Blundell. That's right, he's leaving after this game. I thought he left already. I always get that confused. So Jason Blundell is actually leaving Treyarch, I think, completely after this game is done.
I think it's time for us to talk about zombies.
Yes. There's Maxis.
Everyone, especially all the zombies fans out there.
Moon. Origins.
We know who you are. Those of you who remember zombies as a bonus mode hidden in Call of Duty
Rucked. Moon.
have been with us from the beginning.
Kino.
We watched as our undead
Rucked.
have grown to become an essential part of the Black Ops experience. The story that we began a decade ago is as much a result of your work as it is ours. Zombies has always been about that shared journey, both for our characters and the tightly knit teams and friends who joyfully compete to be amongst the first to uncover the mode's latest and deepest secrets. Just as with the rest of Black Ops 4, we've gone back to the drawing board on zombies, rethinking how we can give you more ways to have fun with your friends than anything we've made before.
Yes.
The zombies community has always been our North Star, which is why we took everything
that pocket watch means something.
Put it on the table for discussion about where to go to next.
It has to.
10 years after it all began, we're about to begin a brand new chapter in the zombie story right here, together. And we couldn't be more thrilled to reveal the details with those of you here in attendance and the many fans tuning in worldwide.
Yeah. So when he says brand new, I don't think he means the transit crew or the original ones.
More about this new adventure is Craig Houston, our lead writer.
Because there was a rumor that the transit crew would be coming in and doing this one again.
So, over the years, that has driven the zombie storyline and fan interest is mystery. A sense that you're entering an unknown world where anything can happen. And when we say anything, we mean anything. You know, stuff like giant robots, mythical staffs, interdimensional time travel, and we monkeys that explode when you throw them. Maybe a training monkey, you'll be fine. Basically all the things that you zombie fans consider normal.
That's great.
We've explored many different time periods and a variety of fractured universes. Now's the perfect time to start fresh and let the zombies community discover a whole new world together. Black Ops 4 marks the beginning of a brand new storyline, separate and distinct from the Ether story. A new world with new characters and new enemies.
Oh boy.
Drawing from history, both real and
some people
mythical.
said no.
Black Ops 4 Zombies will introduce us to a new enemy, an ancient order, hell-bent on transforming the world to fulfill their nefarious agenda. Against them stand an eclectic group of all new player characters, unexpectedly thrust together by their shared experiences, with each one bringing their own colourful personality, skills, and unique perspective to the team. You know what? It's probably best if I just show you. This is 9.
You say this is 9?
You are traveler.
Ooh, I got chills.
You come seeking answers. Hear my voice. Heed my warning.
None of the faces look familiar.
You seek was not
Old man and a big jumbo dude. Chick. Looks like Ezio from Assassin's Creed. they got the Assassins and Templars in this. That's bogus. Whoa. Dude turned into a vampire. Oh snap. Mad Max with zombies. Oh, there he is. There's a figure from that first Zombies teaser. you imagine having to survive like 50 waves in that little circle, the little gladiator arena? Is this Egypt or? Because their masks look Egyptian, but the gladiator arena looks Greek. Oh boy. The Wilhelm scream. Yeah, no thanks. It sounded like a fart just... Time to go to work. Hey, who invited the old man? Are we gonna actually be able to use this sword this time, or? Whoa! Excuse me, sir. You can't do that. That ain't cool. Holy shite!
Bruno, Diego, and Shaw, our new cast.
Scarlett, Bruno, Diego, and Shaw.
Okay. A mysterious new world, sinister villains, and engaging heroes, and a riveting story of chaos all forms just one half of the equation. It's the what we'll play. Now, let's talk about the how. How we'll play the game. During the development of Black Ops 4, we routinely ask ourselves the question, how do our fans like to play? Well, after taking down literally thousands of zombies, it turns out that you have earned the right to make up your own rules and play the game the way you want to play it.
Yes.
So we're going to provide you with customizable tools and social systems to evolve zombies into a evergreen mode for daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly engagement.
Nice. I like that.
Zombies also now boasts custom mutations, over 100 different customizable options that will allow you to play the game your way, changing the fundamental rules and systems of the gameplay experience. Things like zombie speed, health, trainability, type, player damage, magic box functionality, and much, much more.
Damn.
And since the zombies can
That'd be great for challenges.
each other, we're also introducing the Black Ops Authenticity Stamp System. This will give players a shareable code stating exactly what was achieved and with what options. As I'm sure you can imagine, this will help third-party high score boards and other kind of custom competitions. No one likes cheats, especially me. On the subject of custom competitions, we're also introducing limited time creative challenges that we're naming Callings, which will regularly introduce new ways for you to play the game and set the stage for ongoing seasonal content and a few themed experience surprises as well along the way.
Nice, like little zombie mini events.
To give our fans more power and ways to play, we're aware that zombies can sometimes be a little bit intimidating to new players, especially those who like to sit on the couch and play solo. The good news is that Black Ops 4 Zombies will also include bot support, meaning you can enjoy the full narrative experience that comes with co-op. Not got a buddy to fight with? Let our AI fight alongside you.
Finally.
To up even more, we're introducing a new mode called Zombie Rush, a brand new mode simplifying the game experience to create a whole new template of gameplay, perfect for welcoming people into the Zombies universe, an enticing challenge for grizzled veterans alike. We're also reintroducing difficulty levels and an in-game tutorial to introduce players to the mode in a less stressful way. For those of you who also choose to have the path of most resistance, you can crank up that difficulty all the way up. Now,
Interesting.
speaking of stress, we've already seen our 4 new heroes during an era of utter brutality, where no-holds-barred, winner-takes-all combat wasn't just the rule of law, but society's favourite form of entertainment. But zombie fans, wouldn't it be interesting to see them go somewhere nice? Somewhere luxurious?
Like up your ass and to the
Somewhere
left?
we could have a good time. It is my pleasure to show you a glimpse of the second of our Day 1 zombie experiences. Welcome to Voyage of Despair.
Ooh, zombies on a sheep. So it sounds like 2 maps when he says second.
Drink maybe a ironblast than you are used to mixing with, huh? Ah, Bruno, my French friend. The lady will be so lost in my eyes and enthralled in my tales, she will not even notice when I make my move.
Interesting. Pickpocketing move.
Timing, as always.
Ah, there's the old man.
While you and Lady McBlahblah head off to do whatever it is that you're going to do,
Shaw will collect the key.
allowing us access to the millionaire suite.
Well, we will deal with any unwanted guests. When you say deal with, I have to ask.
Oh! Oh, shit!
Shit, how you say? Charm offensive. Okay, I'm with you so far, but what did you call the pipe things you're looking for?
Pneumatic tubes, used for the conveyance of small packages throughout the vessel. They will carry our surprise down to the cargo room.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It really should be quite exciting.
And after the detonation?
That's where I come in.
Given that the artifact will be securely locked within the safe, dare I ask how you plan to get through 2 inches of solid steel?
I've got just the thing. A mechanism of my own invention.
What does it do?
It opens things.
Interesting.
Now, obviously your father made some enemies during his travels.
That's a pretty big understatement.
Oh
If
boy.
I may interject, I think you were about to ask if Miss Rhodes expected us to encounter any opposition.
It's possible.
Bald,
Like
bald, bald.
The other valuables, are we to secure them also?
just the artifact. We're not thieves.
What are we then?
All that stands between humanity and the forces of evil.
Oh boy. He just grabbed her boob. Just kidding, he grabbed the necklace, but still, it just looked like he grabbed her boob. Titty toucher. Oh! Oh boy. It wasn't me! Oh. Is that the mystery box there? Dual wheel blades, nice. It's like the ballistic knives. Iceberg right ahead. Holy shit! Alright, fuck it. Pre-ordering this game. Zombies on Titanic. Zombies on Titanic.
Somewhere nice. Okay, it was the Titanic, but it should have been nice. Trust me, that bloody great iceberg is going to be the least of our characters' worries. There is so much more to talk about, and this really is just the beginning. We'll be revealing a lot more later this summer, where we shall share further details on other never-before-seen goodies on our road to release. Thank you.
Oh my god. I don't give a fuck about anything else they've just shown or anything else they're gonna show. Zombies on Titanic. Pre-order for me. Fuck it.
We're not done yet.
What?
You've seen a taster of 9 and Voyage of Despair, but that's not all the zombies news we have for you today.
So that's 2 maps. 9
I've already said that Black Ops 4 is the deepest, most replayable game in our history.
and Titanic.
So it's my great pleasure to reveal that for the first time ever, we will launch with 3 fully fledged
shit!
zombies experiences on day 1. We've seen a taste of what's ahead in our new story, but let's just take a trip back through the ether.
Oh, snap!
One of our all-time fan-favorite maps told the story of 4 lost souls trapped in an eternal purgatory.
Oh no, yes!
Desperate to break the cycle.
Yes!
Here's a small peek of Black Ops 4's 3rd Zombies map.
Oh my god, they did it! They did it! The rumors were true! Holy crap! Ooh, Blood of the Dead. Okay, I could go with it. So you got the Mob of the Dead map, but with the Origins characters.
Nice. Not like I wasn't having enough nightmares just in my day-to-day. I have to work with those people. Listen, to make this put it really simply for you, this is a super serious year for us for Black Ops 4 on PC. And we're excited to share that we have a completely dedicated team with our friends over at Beanox, and they're making the most robust, most refined, most customizable PC shooter experience that we've created.
Well, they're working on the PC game.
And we're also excited to announce that Black Ops 4 will be the first Call of Duty title ever released on Blizzard Entertainment's Battle.net platform.
Oh, okay.
Now we're working very closely both with the dedicated PC team at Beanox as well as Blizzard to make sure that this is an absolutely great experience for our PC players. Let's take a closer look.
Black Ops 4 is really a celebration of our community, and something we've wanted to do for a really long time is focus on PC as its own unique platform and give PC gamers what they deserve.
This version of the game is custom built for the PC, and I think that's going to show through in every part of it.
Yeah, but you got Beanox working on it though. Beanox is shit.
We've developed a really strong partnership with Beanox, in addition to Blizzard, who have been tremendously helpful in bringing the game to the Battle.net platform. And that's a first for the franchise.
Beanox did the PS3 and Xbox 360 version.
Friends with Treyarch for many, many years. When it came to working on Overwatch, we consulted with Treyarch on a number of features.
It's the first-person shooter Blizzard has ever made, so hearing their advice really helped us build out our game. And it's really exciting that we can welcome them onto the Battle.net platform, because Call of Duty is a cultural landmark.
With all the features of Battle.net, I think it's going to be pretty amazing what Black Ops 4 is going to have to offer. It is going to be fully integrated with all these social features on Battle.net. You'll be able to add friends, talk with your friends, see them playing other games, party up, and interact with them in-game. We're going to be able to talk to players across Black Ops 4, into Overwatch, which should be pretty amazing.
Yeah, Beanox did the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Black Ops 3, and the port was terrible.
Experience exactly how they want it.
World at War looked better than the port of BO3.
History of PC development, and so the PC community is always in the back of our minds. We're really talking about making sure that we delivered on what they wanted.
For the Black Ops games, we've always had dedicated servers, and this game is no exception. They provide the performance and the security that our PC players need.
Hopefully now with them being on PC and better hardware,
the largest number of people can play and enjoy Black Ops 4. I really want to tighten up the content mechanics and make the movement system feel as smooth and as responsive as it possibly can.
There also has been a whole redesign of the UI flow, and we have made tweaks to how weapons react.
Things like recoil, weapon knockback, so that for a keyboard and mouse player, it's easy to get back on target. We will have uncapped frame rate. We're going to support 4K, HDR, ultra-wide monitors. It's going to have great scalability options, so everybody will be able to optimize for visual fidelity.
Dogs look like they're making a return as a kill streak or score streak.
The team here get rejuvenated and excited by this idea of bringing the game to PC in a much bigger way than we've ever done before.
Yeah, Beanox did the port of Black Ops 3 to PS3 and Xbox 360, and World at War looked better. Like a game that was 7 years old and very bare bones. So I was not happy about hearing them doing the PC version, because PC is a very staggered community for Call of Duty.
That lets you play with your friends in more ways than ever before. And we all love Black Ops for that combat experience. But imagine if we take that experience you know and love, and we spin it on its head, and we drop you into a large, massive world where you have to survive to be the last man standing.
God damn it.
Let's just pause here for a minute. I don't have to describe to you how Battle Royale works.
Pass.
These games are no secret. We play them too. But for us to even consider this kind of experience, it had to be unique and done in a way only Black Ops could do. Now, we are doing this, but we are doing it the Black Ops way. A survival game with the best, most refined mechanics in the world. Our signature controls and gameplay systems and the kind of fast-paced action that only Call of Duty can deliver. All in the biggest map that we've ever made, over 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown.
Damn.
And this is just the beginning.
So that's
We're bringing to bear 10 years worth of Black Ops Universe features. That's your favorite characters, your favorite weapons, and the most iconic parts of your favorite maps. And we're putting them all in one place, a crazy collision of fun, and then we're going to let you navigate that world with land, sea, and air vehicles.
Ooh.
This is something that you have not experienced before. Let's keep it rolling. Do you remember your CIA handler, Hudson?
Yeah.
Or maybe you remember that very first, very sweet RCXD kill.
Oh, yeah.
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Or that time when you partnered up with Reznov for revenge. And which of these multiple endings did you experience with the Menendez? Or how about that one time when you worked with your friend Woods to take the Hind?
Yes.
Now, I should probably mention this one too. Your favorite Zombies cast, weapons, and gear too. This is something totally new.
Jeez.
This is doing Battle Royale the Black Ops way.
Damn.
This is Blackout!
is the game that's been designed for you, the Black Ops community. It's the deepest, most replayable game we have ever made across the 3 pillars of Black Ops 4. Multiplayer, zombies, and our new mode, Blackout. All right. Look, it's all about having fun with your friends, right? More fun than you've ever had before. Black Ops 4 doesn't have a traditional campaign. We're weaving narrative into each of the modes. And we've added unique ways to play solo in multiplayer and zombies, regardless of your skill
Still
level.
no campaign.
So, if you're a veteran, we'll get ready to test your skills. And for those of you who just want to ramp up on your own, we got you covered too. This is a game for every kind of player. It's a game that's built to last for years to come. And we can't wait to play it with you. So thank you. Look, I want to give a shout out to our friends at PlayStation. Thank you guys so much for this incredible hardware setup that you guys are going to experience here today. And thank you, PlayStation, for your partnership with Call of Duty. We're excited for what's ahead of us. On behalf of everybody at Treyarch and all the developers, as well as Activision and our partners, a massive thank you. Thank you to everyone here. Thank you for coming from far away. It means a lot to us. And of course, to those of you watching from around the world, it's not going to be long. We'll be back, don't worry, before we're sharing more with this amazing community again. Now, let's check out that multiplayer trailer one more time before you're getting your hands on it with it next door. Let's take a look at Black Ops 4.
Still no campaign. God damn it. That's very disappointing. I actually might skip pre-ordering this, despite Zombies on Titanic.
Bravo secure. On me. Enemy strike team deployed. Building barricade.
Copy that, 113.
Rocking targets. Sensor going live. Meals coming.
Yep, dog confirmed.
Pre-order now and get access to the private beta.
Makes sense. Is that it? People are starting to leave. Audio seems cut. Alright, I think that might be it. Stream is over. Yeah, stream is over. Well, I don't know what to say. So you got the zombies. And you got zombies on Titanic. Like, yes. You got 9, which is looks like a gladiator arena style kind of map. And then you got Blood of the Dead, which is Mob of the Dead, but with the Ether characters. You got Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio. So that's interesting.
Some kind of toxic chemical distribution unit?
But multiplayer looks pretty damn good. I will give it that. And then you got a Battle Royale mode. And I am not a fan of Battle Royale. I'm not a fan. So I'm very torn. And there's also, as far as right now, does not appear to be any special editions. So, because I'm looking at GameStop, and the only edition they have is just your standard. Amazon only has standard. Best Buy only has standard. I'm going to pull up Walmart here real quick. Black Ops 4. Yeah, and Walmart also only has standard. I don't know. I can't. Oh, man. I am really torn. Because I've been burned on pre-ordering World War II. Because I picked up the system and the Pro Edition, and I was not a fan of that game. And then I picked up the Black Ops 3, was it the Hardened Edition? Yeah, one with the Steelbook and everything. And because I freaking love Steelbooks, like, I will go out of my way just to get a Steelbook. Well, I don't really want to get this game just yet, but, oh, that Steelbook though. Okay, dibs. But I'm just, I'm not into Battle Royale. I am not. And like a ton of my friends play Fortnite, and I do have a few friends that do play PUBG, and I mean, well, I don't have a system that plays PUBG anyway. I don't have an Xbox One, and my computer is not a PC gaming platform for me. But I mean, I refuse to play Fortnite because, I mean, in the end, it is my choice in games, and I'm gonna play whatever I want. And same thing like with streaming too. I've had a couple friends like, "Why are you streaming that game? Why are you? No one is gonna play that game. No one's gonna watch that game." Well, you know what? It's my channel, and I wanted to play this game, and I wanted to stream it. So whatever, you know. If I get 2 views, I get 2 views. But I'm still gonna play what I want to play. And with this not having a campaign, and the multiplayer looking like the Infinite Warfare multiplayer, where it's got like the health bars and combat rigs and whatnot. Even though it is boots on the ground, it is boots on the ground. There is no thrust jumping, there's no anything like that. But it's very in-depth, and I would definitely need time to go ahead and get used to the multiplayer before actually playing it. And then Zombies, you got 3 maps, which will be great for streaming, because you got 3 different maps all right from the start. You got the gladiator style one of ancient times, which has time travel because they're also on the Titanic, and then you also got Blood of the Dead. So that would be a great amount of stuff to stream, because I mean, even Mob of the Dead, or not Mob of the Dead, I'm gonna have to get used to that one. Even Blood of the Dead, streaming that one like 24/7, that would be a great thing. Or even just playing it, or even forget streaming, playing it would be good. Titanic would be fun. Got tight corridors, rooms aplenty, on deck, iceberg. I'm sure the ship's gonna hit the iceberg and maybe start sinking, and the map's gonna change. Like, dude, that's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait to find out more about that. But no campaign, battle royale. I don't know. What I'm gonna do. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to wait until I hear about any kind of special edition. Because right now there are no pre-order bonuses listed besides the private beta. Yeah, no, there's no... Oops. Sorry, dropped my microphone. There is no pre-order bonuses yet. All it is you pre-order now and you get access to the private beta, which I'm sure is normally around August, so I'm sure it'll probably be like maybe right after 4th of July, because I can't see them doing it over 4th of July weekend. But I also can't see them doing it too late, because like World War II's private beta was, I believe, at the beginning of August and then went public at the end of August, I think. I don't remember, but I knew it was right around that time. So with the game coming out like almost a month early, I'm sure the beta will get moved up a month as well. Let's see. Oh, private beta started on September 1st. So, okay, so I'm sure then that means the private beta for Black Ops 4 is going to be probably either at the very, very beginning of August or very end of July. I'm calling it right now. So, that does give some time for people who are hesitant, like me, to pre-order the game and kind of get in there and still get to play the game. And mind you, if you pre-order it from certain places, you know, like GameStop and whatnot, I don't know about any other place, but GameStop for sure. You pre-order it, you put like $5-10 bucks down or something, you play the beta, you're like, nope, don't like it, can't stand it, not gonna buy it, not gonna play it, you can get your money back. So I might end up doing that too, like pre-ordering a special edition just to, you know, put like maybe $5-10 bucks in, have it reserved for me, get my hands on the beta, and then be like, all right, you know what, I've seen all this other info coming out about the game, I've seen all these other details, I got Zombies a little bit more info, I got the pre-order bonuses more known and all that, you know, yada yada yada. And I finally get my hands on the beta, play the beta, and with all that info and the actual hands-on experience of playing the beta, I feel like then I would make a decision on whether or not I would actually pre-order the game or wait till a sale. Because I really want to play that Zombies mode, but I'll probably play like a game or two of the Battle Royale and just call it quits. The other thing that I want to know is that they did not say, so they said it's 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. 1,500! So actually, I do want to see, so I'm actually going to end the game there. So head over to multiplayer real quick. So you got 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up Nuketown right here just to actually see how big that is in terms of just the scale of Nuketown. And then, I don't know, maybe figure out if we can multiply it. I don't know. Let's see here. Close all these tabs. Nuke town size. Oh, not the download size. Map size. That's it. Okay. Bake. Game settings have changed. What? Okay, sure. Whatever, homie. One of the smallest maps in the Call of Duty series. Mostly symmetrical. What's smaller, Shipment or Nuketown? Shipment is small. Yeah, Shipment's definitely smaller. Yeah, Shipment's way smaller. Let's go to multiplayer. Custom games. Set up game, change map. Ooh. Game rules, time limit. Unlimited. Start game. Alright, yeah, the biggest thing that I am torn on about why I would not pre-order the game immediately as soon as I hear about a special edition. Or, yeah, limited edition, hardened edition, whatever you want to call it. Battle Royale and no campaign. Those two things. The in-depth and complexity of the multiplayer, I don't really have a problem with. I'm not really complaining about that. It's just, it would definitely take some time to get used to. So if you look here, I'm gonna pause that right there. So this is Nuketown, and obviously it's not incredibly scaled properly because there is nothing to compare it to besides, you know, me. But you got Nuketown here. And the Battle Royale mode is, the map that they're doing is including your favorite, and this is quoted, your favorite portions of your favorite maps, and your favorite characters, and your favorite weapons, and it's going to be 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. 1,500. So, I really cannot grasp how much that is. I mean, you see the map here. It's not a huge map. Probably should have turned radar off, but oh well. I mean, this is Nuketown. You know, in general form. This is Nuketown. So the fact that the Battle Royale version will be 1,500 times bigger, that's crazy. And how many players would that support? That's the other thing I did not hear. At least I don't think I heard. How many players is it? So you got like, what, PUBG has like 96 or something, or H1Z1 has, I don't know, like a PUBG player count. So you got PUBG and player count. Oh, that's actual player base, though. It's not what I'm looking for. So PUBG in match player count. See if that works. Nope. Player limit. PUBG is actually coming to PS4 sometime this year, supposedly. I'm looking at the PUBG website. So I guess that's a thing now. Ranking, items, gear, destruction, jump out.
Kinetic armor, good to go.
Shush. I don't actually see it. Trying to see where it says the player count. 100. So 100 for both. Okay. So now, mind you, the biggest amount of players ever on a single map for Call of Duty would be, I believe, Ground War, which is 9v9. So 18 players. I believe that is the biggest that has ever been on a single match of Call of Duty. I don't think there's ever been any more than that. So if they're gonna do a battle royale, it has to be at least 75 players in order to even come close to competing with PUBG and Fortnite. And it really should be doing more, maybe doing like 100 to maybe like 110 or something. I don't know. It really should be right on par with those other games. Because if it's something like 48 players or 56 players, I don't know. I can't see it being a competitor too. And the other thing is that earlier this year, now mind you, this game has been in development since just after Black Ops 3 finished. In terms of, okay, here we are releasing Black Ops 3, and now let's go start working on Black Ops 4. So with a 3-year development cycle, they could flesh things out a little bit more, spend some time, and as well as, too, not break off as many people and from the development team to go work on the next game. So what happened was, when you go back to Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, that era of Call of Duty where it was just a 2-year development cycle, as soon as one game got released, just let's say let's say World at War, for example, Treyarch immediately started working on, if not a few weeks or a couple months or whatever before the launch of World War II, World at War, started working on Black Ops. Okay? And then they left a small team, I don't know how much, but a small fragment of the team to work on updating the game with bug fixes and whatnot, and patches and updates, as well as the DLC. And I do not know if it was a separate team for the DLC and the bug fixes and updates, or if it was the same team. Which, if it was the same team, which does make sense, that could also be why in the older titles we did not get a ton of updates in terms of bug fixes, gameplay fixes, changes, things like that. World War II, like, after only 2 or 3 months, was already the most updated Call of Duty title in the history of the franchise, because right now there's hot fixes like 3 to 4, sometimes even 5 times a week. On top of that, we're already at version 1.13, I think, and I think the last time Black Ops 3 was at 1.13 was near, I think, August. And I mean, you go back, and I'm sure if I turn on my PS3, which, the dust collector right now, I'm sure if I went ahead and turned that back on and took a look at some of the older Call of Duty games, I would see that, hey, this is only 1.08 or 1.06 or 1.11 or something. The older games were not supported as much because most of the development team moved on to the next game, and there wasn't anybody left to work on the current game. So the fact that World War II is being updated so much, and yet, because don't forget, Sledgehammer is working on their next game, whatever 2020 is going to bring them, whether it's World War II 2, or just imagine like a little soldier in a little pink tutu. I don't know. It's like, whatever 2020 Call of Duty is going to bring, which is going to be Sledgehammer's next title, they're already working on that. They were already probably conceptualizing it maybe around the time of the private beta, and now they're already in full swing of it, and they still got a team working on the DLC. They still got a team working on bug fixes and updates and all that. So I don't know, to have a 3-year development cycle on this game is great, because it does come out more polished. It does come out more fixed, with more features, with more refinement, with more details, more textures. Look at this. I mean, you could see the individual corrosions and whatnot on my leg. You can see the actual pavement. Now, it's not as, refined in texture, but, I mean, it's still kind of pixelated. But, I mean, you have all this detail that even if you were to go back to the previous year, Advanced Warfare, you would kind of see a little bit, but not as much. And then you look at World War II, and World War II even has even more detail than all this. You got even more textures, you got even more polygons, you got even more, shaders and lightings and things like that. Just everything in a dev kit you got more of, because they have more time to work with it, and they're used to the 3-year cycle now. So they're like, okay, well, we wanted to do this, this, and this for Advanced Warfare for the first 3-year development game, but we ran out of time because we did not expect this and this and this to take so long, so we did not get a chance to do this and whatnot. So now that World War II, once they put out Advanced Warfare and, they started working on World War II, they're like, all right, we were not able to do this, this, and this because we ran out of time. So let's focus on these, and these, in order to make sure we can get to that, that, and that, so this way we can actually have time to get to this, this, and this, and still make it as polished and refined as possible. So, and, again, now that they're working on the DLC, I mean, you look at the amount of just stuff on screen in each concurring game, it is much more detail. Like, the attention to detail is insane. So, like, here, you got these little handles, the little handholds, but on World War II, they might actually have, some scratch marks and, an actual handle, and maybe one's kind of, broken off on one side, and, stuff like that. There might be more stuff in here, more tools, and one of these might be open with a full cabinet, and, these are just pretty much copy and pasted for the most part, but, there might be individual, like there might be a whole bunch of different tools there, so the amount of detail that goes into each game is insane. And the more and more they get comfortable and used to that 3-year development cycle, the more and more they're able to really push the game, push the hardware, push the amount of stuff on screen, push the particles and all that developer lingo and mumbo jumbo and everything. So I mean, it's I'm not expecting this to be a bad game. I'm not expecting this to be a low quality game in terms of detail, in terms of fluidity and gameplay. It's Treyarch, you know, they're hands down the best Call of Duty developer. So I am very much looking forward to that. I am very much looking forward to the mechanics and the gameplay of Black Ops 4. The concern is Battle Royale. And while I was trying to find the player count stuff and player limit for PUBG and Fortnite and whatnot, PUBG actually had, for the first time, a decrease in concurrent players. So in Steam players, so I'm just going to read this article here. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has been the most popular game on Steam as early as just a couple months after its release in March of 2017. Since the moment PUBG first hit Steam Early Access, the game's player numbers have never stopped growing. This is a stark contrast to the majority of games on Steam, which all inevitably decline after launch day or a few early week spikes. For those games, the graph usually points downward toward the older they get, but not PUBG. It's the only game in recent memory to consistently and constantly grow upwards, sometimes by nearly 300%. Something happened, though, because for the first time since March 2017, mind you, this article was published February 7th, 2018, so almost a year later, PUBG player numbers declined. That player base dropped by 1.74%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you got a huge number of players, you know, in the millions, you're looking at a good 30,000 player drop off. In this case, just over 27,000. That many players dropping out would be a disaster for any game, but it's barely 2% of PUBG's player base. This number is not insignificant. The game saw a 10% growth between December and January. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty good. You know, 10% and then lose about 2, so it's not bad. Players might be losing interest. There's only so much PUBG you can play. So, I don't know. The thing with the 3-year development cycle, and this is where Infinite Warfare got so much hate. This was the real problem of Infinite Warfare. The game was meh, I've heard. Again, I have not played it, but I've heard it was just meh. Like, it didn't really do anything to revolutionize the series. It didn't really bring anything major to the table, anything new or anything groundbreaking. It was just another advanced movement Call of Duty. And it was not what players wanted. And the reveal trailer was one of the most, if not, I think it's like the second most disliked video of all on YouTube, or maybe like the third or fourth. So it's right, it's under top 5. So, but the thing is, you also have to remember, they started making that game in, what, 2013? Right after Ghost. Yeah, 2013, because Black Ops 2 was 2012. So, they started making Infinite Warfare right after Call of Duty Ghosts. And they had to predict 3 years in advance, 3 years, what players would want. And players' minds change on a daily basis, if not even less. You know, you got, take again World War II for example. You got World War II, they say, hey, we're going to do this with this weapon. And the community is like, oh, you can't do that, that's a terrible gun, you're going to buff it, now it's going to make this, and you know. But then all of a sudden, a week later, they say, all right, we're going to nerf this gun and buff this gun. And everyone's like, oh my god, finally, they're listening to us. And then they listen to them again the following week, but they do it just a tiny percentage too much. And now the community's in uprage. They're in uproar. And it's like, the community cannot collectively get together on what they want. For the most part, there are a lot of things, especially with World War II, that the community was like, yes, we need you all rally behind this, and they did. But the fact that, I mean, think about it. Last week alone, the amount of players playing World War II was like 11 or 12 million people over the course of last week. 11 or 12 million people. That's just 1 week. Now, again, the player count is much higher. It's Call of Duty. But you take just those people. Each person is individual. Each person has their own opinion. Each person has their own play style. Each person has their own mindset and how they want things, their perfect game, their perfect match, their perfect lobby, their perfect setup, their perfect create a class, their perfect UI, their perfect map design, their perfect gunplay. So many different features of this game. Even down to the nitpick stuff like how big the minimap is, how big the HUD is, how much gun is on screen, what's the sound of the gun like. You know what I mean? The reload animate. There's so many different opinions on so many different things that you can't get a collective no matter how much you try. It's like trying to collect every single kind of snowflake. You're not going to. There's just so many variations on so many different things, on so many different topics and forums and subjects and locations and videos and whatnot. You just can't get everything all together. But you have that many people. Even if you drop that by like 10, only to 10%, you got what, 12 million, so you drop 10%. Is that like 12,000, 13,000? I think. So even then, you take that many, you take 10,000 people, you are still going to get so many different variations of so many different subjects and so many different iterations of so many different topics and how things should be done and how, you know, this should be and how that should be and this should be like this and that should be like these, and you're not going to get it collective. So the fact that they have to now predict what people want 3 years in advance, not just 2. I mean, 2 is bad enough, right? You got a 2-year break between games, and you have to predict early on, all right, what is the previous developer doing? So right now, Sledgehammer is looking at Treyarch, and they're saying, all right, they are doing this with their game. And then Infinity Ward is also looking at Treyarch, saying, all right, they're doing this with this game. And we are doing this with our game. And Sledgehammer is then looking at Infinity Ward and saying, all right, they're doing this with this game. So we need to do that with our game. And they have to go 3 years out for this. And it's a long time to guess what people want. And the fact that PUBG just came out last year, and the fact that Fortnite has only been around for like 6 or 8 months, I think. Let me see. Fortnite release date. Fortnite was July 25th, 2017. And, you know, Battle Royale games have been around for a while, but they haven't really taken off in terms of popular. I think H1Z1, or what is it, State of Decay, or whatever it is, whatever the one where you see, like, the gas is coming in, the gas zone or whatever it is. I always see that in like Twitch fails. Whatever that one is, that one was the only really truly major popular one. And even then, it wasn't like, you didn't hear about it as much as PUBG. You didn't hear about it as much as Fortnite. You didn't see as many of your friends playing it as much as PUBG and Fortnite. So, I mean, I go into work and like, hey dude, I had this sick game on World War II. I don't actually do this, but I'm just saying, hey dude, I had this sick game on World War II. Oh yeah, I was playing PUBG last night. Okay. You know, so I mean, it's... Battle Royale games have not taken over in popularity as much as they have until just last year. And that brings me to question. When did they decide to scrap the campaign? Because I'm sure they went into it thinking, how are we going to do this campaign? Because Black Ops 3 campaign was not that good. Like, after playing it, I was like, well, that's a shit campaign. And then after like a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, I actually really found out what the campaign was trying to say. And I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I don't really remember much about the campaign at this point, but interesting, I guess. So I wonder if did they even start by thinking, what are we going to do for the campaign this year? I'm sure they did. I can't see them being like, all right, well, we're really good at storytelling, so we're not going to do a campaign. What? I can't see them doing that. So that means they had to have at least started some work, either conceptualizing and pre-production and writing and whatnot of a campaign, and then scrapped it. And at what point did they do that in the development of this game to then say, all right, we're scrapping the campaign and we're putting in a battle royale mode? Because if they just started off right away doing a battle royale mode, okay, I can see that. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense logically. Why would you scrap the campaign, which granted not a lot of people play? You know, it is a multiplayer zombies focused game, I get it. But a lot of people still play the campaign. That solo experience, or in the case of World at War and Black Ops 4 or Black Ops 3, you have the co-op feature. So to scrap the campaign and put in a battle royale mode, you are swapping and alienating a little bit of player base, right? And the fact that battle royale games have not taken over in popularity until just recently, like within the last year, makes me wonder, did they scrap the campaign late last year after they saw the tremendous player count and popularity of PUBG, followed immediately by Fortnite? Because Fortnite came out in July. PUBG was still growing at insane and improbable rates, and pretty much impossible rates, sometimes by 300%. You take 1 million players and increase that by 300%. That's insane. But Fortnite came out in July. You know, okay, PUBG one-hit wonder kind of thing. No one's going to be able to recreate it because, it's just going to be seen as a PUBG rip-off. You know, no one's going to be able to reach the popularity of, oh my god, here's Fortnite. You know? So, I really want to know. And there's no way we're ever going to be able to find this out. Did they scrap the campaign and make a battle royale mode last minute? Because that's what this is. This is last minute. If you are talking about August of 2017, after the release of Fortnite, maybe even September, to really say, oh my god, Fortnite is also doing insanely well and is catching up to PUBG and is just as popular as PUBG and whatnot. Did they scrap it August or September of last year? Which, if they did, that means the Battle Royale mode of Black Ops 4 only had a year's worth of development. 1 year. And even then, it's not full development, because you got to take time to conceptualize it, to plan it, to write it out, get all the assets together, which for the most part shouldn't take too long, maybe a couple weeks or so, I don't know. But still, you're looking at under a year's worth of development for this Battle Royale mode. And that makes me wonder the quality of it, because they didn't say anything about Beanox working on the Battle Royale mode. They did not say anything about anybody else having a hand in the game except for Beanox working on the PC version. So I don't know if this was straight developed by Treyarch or if it had some assistance, because Raven Software has confirmed, and now it really does seem like it, that they have no hand in Black Ops 4. No part whatsoever. And that is also another reason why I am worried about Battle Royale. Because I am not into Battle Royale modes. I will not play Fortnite, and I will not play PUBG. I will not play any Battle Royale stuff. It's just not my taste in games. So now that this has a Battle Royale mode and does not have a campaign, and if my assumption that they scrapped the campaign only a year before the game comes out, how much time do they have to develop this fully, perfectly, flawlessly, and fluidly? How long do they have, how long did they have to develop this into a full-on, full-fledged game mode? Fully playable, 75 to 125 players, whatever that player count's going to be. Because again, I cannot see them doing something like 48 or 50 people. I cannot see that. It's Black Ops, it's Call of Duty, it's Treyarch, fine. But if this is supposed to be something that takes down PUBG, you know, because everyone always, oh, it's the COD killer, it's the COD killer. Well, it seems like Activision and Call of Duty are trying to play the PUBG killer or the Fortnite killer. The roles are reversed now. And I don't think it's going to be as good as people are expecting. Because if they don't do that player count of at least 75, if they do 75, I could see it being pretty good. Not great, but pretty good for people of fans of that game mode. But if they do something like 48, and mind you, again, this is supposed to be on a map that's 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. That little map that you're looking at right there, 1,500 times. You have to populate that map. You have to put a ton of people on that map. You cannot put 48 people in a map that big. You have to put more. And they did not say anything about that. And that has me worried. Because why wouldn't they say it? They were able to boast on how big the map is. They were able to boast on all the different characters, all the different, you know, they briefly went into, oh, well, all your favorite parts of your favorite maps of the entire Call of Duty, you know, Treyarch line of games. All your favorite maps and parts of maps and things like that. Okay. But if you have a map that big, how many people are going to be on it? And the fact that they didn't mention it, and the fact that these Battle Royale game modes has only been around in the popularity that they currently are for a little under a year. Well, a little over, I guess. We're in May now. But still, about a year. Did they scrap the campaign for Battle Royale last minute? Is it going to be a fully functional game mode? Is it going to have enough players in the map? That one we'll have to see on. We will have to wait for more info on that one, because I don't know. If they don't do minimum 75, and it really should be at the same level as the other games. It really should be at 100. And if they want to go, if they really want to truly be the PUBG and Fortnite killer, they have to go like 120, 110, 125, something over 100 to say, hey, not only do you have the Battle Royale style of PUBG and Fortnite, but you have the game mechanics, the fluidity, the weapons, the combat, and the fast-paced freneticness of Call of Duty and Treyarch and Black Ops. You have all that combined into one. And to boot, the little cherry on top, with a little bit of whipped cream, for those who like that, you got 125 players. 25 more than Fortnite and PUBG. So not only that, that's a winning formula right there. You got more players than Fortnite and PUBG on the same map. You got a map that's had fan favorites across just about a decade worth of games. 4 games: World at War, Black Ops, Black Ops II, Black Ops III. Because don't forget, World at War is part of the Black Ops storyline. So, and they did show a couple pieces of World at War in the reveal stream. So you have almost a decade's worth of maps to choose from. Favorite sections, favorite lines of sight, favorite chunks, etc. The map is 1,500 times as big as Nuketown. You have to put people on that map. And you have to have dedicated, so you cannot have P2P on that kind of a style of thing. You have to have a dedicated server. PUBG uses servers. Fortnite uses servers. You have to have dedicated servers. If they don't have dedicated servers, because right now, because they did mention this in the live stream, but for PC, in the PC section only. The way console works, and if you want more info, you could check out the exclusive Ace. He just did a video on this one, I believe, a day or two ago. There are regional dedicated servers. It's like for World War II, you got one in Seattle. You got one in St. Louis. There's one in London. There's one in, I believe, Germany. So, I mean, they're spotted all around the globe. There's one in, I think, Sydney, Australia, or just outside of Sydney. And then from there, you connect to a player who is also on that server. So it's P2P, dedicated, integrated. So you got the dedicated servers. This way you don't have too many people on one server, right? And then from there, that server can take the best matched player, which would be usually the host with the lowest ping, to that server and make them the host of everybody else. It's a pretty darn good system for the most part. Dedicated servers straight would be the best, but I'll take it. I would much rather take this over straight P2P like it was in the older days. Which, mind you, again, the older days did not have too many connection issues, but whatever. So, if you're going to do this Battle Royale mode, you have to have a complete dedicated server, and you have to have a ton of them. Because you can't just do the regional one, you have to have literal servers. So, like, you go into Battlefield multiplayer, you check the server list, and things like that. Those are people hosting servers, but they are still individual servers nonetheless. You have to do something of that sort with Battle Royale. You can't do P2P. There would be so much connection. Just think about it: 100 people playing on a P2P connection. You got Joe Schmo with his Walmart rollback connection, you know, getting 8 megabits per second, and game for some reason puts him as the host instead of the person with 300 megabits. You know, well, now everybody's going to be lagging and everyone's going to be raging. It's going to be a good experience for no one, and everyone's going to get pissed off. That's not a game environment that you want your players to be in. That is not something that you want your players to experience.
Step 1. Check the screen.
That is just so much that I have questions on, and so many issues that I have with a Battle Royale mode, and the fact that it's coming to Call of Duty. There's so much going on with it that needs answering, and again, we're not going to get those answers for quite some time. So, I don't know. I'm going to wait to pre-order it. I am going to probably, as soon as there's a special edition, put my pre-order on now. And by the way, the GameStop website has the new box art listed. I will put images of that on my Facebook page. Link is in the description. Bonus included. What's the bonus? Does not say. Bonus included. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. So it does have the new box art. So that image of the 3 specialists that were in front of the the Roman numeral 4, that is the box art, which was actually, I think, leaked like this morning, I think. Date modified. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Alright, so that photo is now currently on my Facebook page. Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I definitely think that I'm gonna wait until there's more details on the editions, pre-order bonuses and things like that. Pre-order it if there's a special edition, something like a steelbook again or something, and then go ahead and hold off, play the beta, cancel the pre-order if I want to. That's probably how I'm going to do it. So anyway, I do hope you guys had some fun watching this. I will do some more updates as more info comes along, and I will try and get some more streaming in. Something's up with my new PS4, the Call of Duty one that I got. No surprise. I'm having a lot of internet issues with it. It's not letting me stream fully, so I don't know if you guys saw when I was playing World at War Zombies, my internet was the video quality was very low res, even at 720, and there was like some weird black tile that had like an internet globe and a little exclamation point on it. And the same thing happened with Far Cry 5. So I don't know what's going on, because as far as I know, I haven't seen any issues on this stream. A few little tiny dips in quality here and there, but nothing major. And this is on my original PS4, my launch model PS4. So I don't know if it's my other PS4 itself, or if it's just or what, but I don't know. It's weird. So but I am gonna try and get some more streaming in. I'm gonna try and figure something out with that, see if I can, I don't know, boost its signal or whatever. I don't know. But that is gonna be coming up. I do want to do The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. I do want to do more Batman Season 2. There's so much I want to stream. I want to get back into Far Cry 5. There's so much games I want to stream. So I will try and find time to get some more streaming in. Otherwise, for the most part, it's just going to be uploading videos here and there. Again, I've been working 50 to 65 hours a week, and I'll start at like 11 in the morning or noon and work until like 2 or 3 a.m. Sometimes as early as like 11 or midnight or so at night. And then get home, play a couple matches of World War II just to get some daily orders done, and then just go to bed and just rinse and repeat. So it's hard to find time to upload videos and edit them and put them together and everything, because on my day off, or every once in a while I'll get 2 days off, I'm just running errands. So the fact that I had today off and had nothing else to do, I was like, absolutely perfect timing for the reveal, for live streaming, for everything. So I'm like, awesome, perfect. So I do apologize for not being as frequent on uploading to my channel, but I will try and get that taken care of as much as possible. Don't expect too much. I might just end up adopting a video a week formula, because I tried to do a video a day and that did not work out. I also tried just dumping videos and that fell away, so I'll figure something out. But you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Enjoy the reveal trailer of Black Ops 4. I hope you enjoyed my stream. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I promise you they are coming, and I will see you guys all real soon. Be kind to one another, take care, and as always, happy gaming.